Welcome back to another edition of Mic Checka, my interviews podcast series on the SLOC network. Man, this brother right here, man, I mean, he hard to get within a $2 bill on a Thursday, as they say. But I appreciate him so much. I was looking up narcissism, looking into different aspects of it from different things I've been experiencing in my life over time. And I was seeing different people, you know, they weren't looking like us, you know, and it was cool. It was good information. But then I saw this dude, I was like, hold on, let me click on the brother real quick. And he was giving it to you just raw and rugged and I think palatable for people like ourselves that are black people or anyone from the culture. I wouldn't say black, anyone of the culture, period, can relate to the way he's breaking it down. And that's why I was like, man, I literally jumped on Instagram and I was like, man, I went through I actually was like watching them for like 3-4 weeks. I was like, man, all right. I don't know, man. I don't know if my audience is ready for this necessarily, but then a couple people like, yo, no, do that, man. Dude, this narcissist out there, hella. So I got my man, it's Hario Ovadatop, right?
There you go. There you go. You said it right. You're the first one.
Oh, we got your sound off, man. Hold up. Let me get your sound in here.
Oh, man. You ain't got me on there? Come on. Put me in there, player.
Yeah, your sound is off, my brother. Let me see if it's. Let me make sure. It might be me. All right, there you go. Go ahead. My bad. That was me. So go.
All right. You got me?
Yeah, you good now, man. You good. Right. No, but Hario Ovadatop, right?
You said it, man. And you said it right.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, because I know you was on another interview and they were trying to basically say that that was your name. You basically used for Nigeria or something.
Yeah. Man, when I see people trying to pronounce that, I be like, man.
As soon as I saw it, like that means over the top. Like he's over the top. Like he gonna take.
That's it. That's all it's saying. That's all it's saying. Man,
and as I call you the Narcissist Whisperer, man, I call you the Narcissist Whisperer, man. That's why I've coined that for you. That's gonna be the name of this episode.
Go ahead.
Narcissist Whisperer,
let's do it,
man. And so you also a certified life coach as well, so people can reach out to you and holler at you for all those different things of life coaching. So let's jump into some general thing. People may not know what a narcissist is or where they are or anything like that. What would you characterize as a narcissist?
Man, I go against the rules, first of all. All right, I go against that traditional narcissistic definition because a lot of people want us to believe that we all have narcissism in us. And I just feel like that's kind of like saying we all got cancer in us. You know, so, you know, I define a narcissist as that person who purposely tries to put you in hell. They are literally bringing every attribute of hell into your life. A living devil right beside you. Somebody who is purposeful about doing you wrong. And now, if that's the kind of person you are, if you doing anybody like that, then you are a narcissist. You are a devil, and that's it. I like to put it in a way where we're not giving nobody a pass. If you on that team over there, then you know I'm at war with you. I don't want you to feel comfortable around me. I don't like sharing attributes with people like that. You know, and we so often, so many people just talking like, well, you know, it's kind of like you feeling grandiose. And that's not the same thing. I don't see anything wrong with you feeling good about accomplishments that you make. You go out here and work hard, you earned your keep. You know, you should feel grandiose about that. That's not being a narcissist. That's not purposely trying to hurt somebody, except for maybe your haters.
Right, exactly. It's always stunting on them.
There you go, you know. But, you know, outside of that, no, you know, I don't give them a pass, man. As a matter of fact, I like to give narcs credit I like to just give them credit, you know, for all the hard work that they do, because they work hard at being as trifling as they are. It's pretty hard doing what they do. I just acknowledge it. That's all.
So,
You know.
so quick question for you, since I know I've been reading into narcissism. So you
Mhm.
think that, so what is someone, so you don't think there's a such way someone's accidentally, or not even accidentally, unconsciously being a narc?
No.
What they're doing. Oh, okay. That's why that was my next question I had down. So they're not like, man, I'm just making these decisions that are selfish, but I don't understand and know that it's a selfish decision or selfish acting or
No.
selfish ways.
That's a lie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We all grown. We all are grown. And if you're older than 10, if you're more than 10 years old, then you know you're responsible for what you're doing after 12 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, and I mean, even at that age, they know what they're doing. People know when they're manipulating you. That's part of how they are so easily able to manipulate us. Because we're thinking, it's no way that a grown-ass person is doing what they're doing, and they know they're doing this. Know that they're doing this to me. It's no way they can know that they're doing this and still come back to me like they not doing nothing, because they do know what they're doing. And they like it. And they like to see that response on your face. They like to know how much they hurt you, because a narc controls you with pain.
Not love.
They don't love. They don't love, bro. That's, nah. They don't have that capability.
They don't. So let's step back. So how did you even get into this world of understanding with it? Like, let's talk about your journey and how did it start? You know what I'm saying? I like that we jumped in the pool to get people wet. Let's bring them back out and let's see how we jumped in the pool. It's like in the movie where you see the end and then you fall back to the beginning.
You know what? It's funny you use that analogy, because I kind of use that analogy, you know, being in narcissistic relationships, like, this is the part where the car crashes head on into the train. I've seen this movie before. I'm out.
I've seen this movie.
and that's really how I got into this. I got into this because after dealing with, you know, trying to understand and try to figure out, you know, what is wrong with, either something wrong with me or something's wrong with the people that I'm dealing with, because I'm trying to go into a relationship and be everything that I think, you know, that I've heard women say they want. And how do we still keep running into the same situation? And not thinking to myself that, you know, I'm walking out here just randomly picking somebody, right? Like most of us do. We just randomly pick somebody. Well, you know, I learned the hard way. You can't just randomly pick people. Nah, you got to do some background checks. You got to do some investigation, you know, and you got to give them time. You got to give them time. You know, you got to give time, because time will show consistency. But yeah, my journey started off with, a few different ones. I had a few different ones. It wasn't just one. It was at least three.
Okay.
It was at least three. So, you know, just the last one, you know, was just a long, drawn out situation. It lasted 25 years. And yes, Lord, you imagine that? Watching a train wreck.
You did jail time. You did a jail
sentence. Bruh, you know, it's crazy that you said that. That's what I used to say.
No, that you did a full on murder charge. Like
exactly. I did natural life. Man. I remember on one of my shows one night, I said, man, look here. I did 25 years in hell, not in jail, in hell. I have visited every room in hell.
Wow. That's ill. So what made you see like, okay, these are the consistent things of narcs that are those that are narcissists that you were like, man, okay, I'm seeing a similar thread here, and you diving deeper into really understanding it?
You know, when I started watching different coaches,
Mm-hmm.
I immediately saw the consistency. And then the thing that really pulled me into this arena was not only am I seeing the consistency, but I'm listening to them. And I could see that they didn't know some of the things that I know, that I've
Because I know
lived.
you said before, I've seen you say before though, that if you like a lot, and it's funny because I talked to one of my friends that's a therapist. He said, like, honestly, because I was telling him a story about some stuff going on with a friend of ours, and he was like, man, honestly, I'm interested in hearing the story because I've never really interacted with a narcissist person in general. So it'd be interesting just to hear that, because I've never interacted with it. And you've always said, how can they understand and know unless you've actually interacted with it?
Exactly. Exactly. You cannot teach people about this if you have not lived it. You cannot. They do not teach this. There is no classroom with a narc sitting up front saying, oh, no, this is how you do this. And this is what they mean when they say that. No, no. There's a narc in there trying to tell you, well, we all have narcissistic traits. And because the narc always wants to normalize their behavior. That's how they get over. See, and if we just let that through, that we all have narcissistic ways, then a narc is normal again. Their biggest thing, the biggest thing that you can do to a narcissist is expose them. So exposure means, you know, it's kind of like a child molester. Nobody in the neighborhood knows who the child molester is until somebody says, oh, no, that's him right there.
Yeah, he on the house
And
on the corner.
now everybody in the neighborhood knows, oh, that joker right there is a child. You better not let your child go past there. Now everybody on high alert. So the narc they don't want that. Nah, because they can't manipulate. These people cannot manipulate you if you know who they are, if you know what they're about. They cannot, that con job does not work, especially when you know they're the type of people that are going to cry. Yeah, I hear women telling me all the time on the show that these dudes cry. I've seen women do it.
But
And I
you
mean,
like, you started to see some brothers doing it.
oh man, they saying the brothers doing the same thing. They get so desperate they start crying. Baby,
Hey,
I'm
winning an Academy
sorry.
Award, winning an Academy Award.
Man, listen, best actors you ever gonna meet on this planet right here. Yes, sir.
So what made you take the steps of like starting to coach people and doing the outreach you're doing? And how did that, like, man, you know what? I need to put it out there public with all this stuff I've kind of accumulated.
Well, because I was like, okay, I got 20, really like 30 years, 30 years of experience with this. And again, I'm seeing that I have insight on some different things that I know others don't have. See, when you're talking, especially on the flip side of it, which is where I'm trying to get, but the thing about dealing with narcissism is everybody's in a different place at the same time. You know,
Explain that.
Meaning a lot of people are at the beginning where they're trying to figure out, okay, this craziness I'm dealing with at home every day. Okay, that's what I'm dealing with. And then you got people on the other side of it who are, man, I'm not dealing with that fool no more. Nah, man, that's over. That's done. But then you also have people that are in the phase of, how do I get beyond this trauma bond, these feelings, this every day I'm thinking, I'm obsessing about this person, you know? So I'm just giving people exactly what I did and how to get through, and just giving them clarity on what they're really dealing with, because inevitably all of the answers still roll back to you.
And what do you mean in that? What do you mean? Do you basically have the decision, right?
Well, it's not just a decision. When somebody's running game on you, we have, we want to point the finger at everybody else, But the fingers really point back at us because you have an inner voice. You have a spirit that's telling you the whole time. Come on, Joe.
The intuition, that intuition, man.
That
the
intuition is telling you, man, they lying, man. They lying. But we're not listening to
it. That's real.
We're not listening to it because
that's real.
Because honestly, your mind is on drugs. Your mind wants dopamine. It just wants to feel good. And as long as it can get dopamine, and it gets dopamine by this person over here giving us dopamine when they make us feel good. When that narc tells us something we want to hear, or we going out and we happy with them, that's dopamine. So we're basically drug addicts. You can't pay attention to what your mind is saying. Your mind just want to get high. That's it.
Dang, so you're saying we all heroin addicts. We just looking for that.
Bro, listen,
they say heroin is the worst drug to get on because you're always chasing that first high.
Man, we are all chasing that dopamine, that chemical going to the pleasure spot in your mind, in your brain. And once you get there, you're willing to accept harsh treatment. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, just like a heroin addict. Heroin addict don't mind going to the top of a lamppost and sliding down with all them splendors in it. If somebody gonna give him some free drugs, all he know is when I get to this ground, I'm gonna break both of my legs, but
I'm getting high.
But I'm getting high. And that's how your mind works. We sit there thinking that our mind is making, and then we don't understand how our mind works. That's something, this is something that I discovered on my own. Our mind actually doesn't do what we think it does. Our mind simply makes sense out of everything. Okay, when you see it, you have vision with your eyes, or send a signal to your mind. You have sense of touch, smell, taste. All of your senses run back to your mind. Your mind makes sense out of everything. So you're in this abusive relationship, and all your mind is saying, listen, I know this joke ain't no good, but this is gonna feel good. We can ready go in here, we're gonna do it tonight, so we're gonna feel good, so everything gonna be all right. Because your mind just wanna get high. Your spirit is saying, dude, come on, man. Man, we tired of this, man. No. And your mind said, man, shut up, man. We getting high tonight. We getting high tonight.
I don't know about any night, but tonight we getting high.
But tonight we getting high. That's all your mind. Your mind is totally stuck on, I want to get high, man. But you have to follow, you got to follow that intuition, man. You got to follow your spirit, because you're high. You might get high tonight, but you're going to crash. You're still going to crash after you get high. And you're going to be sitting there saying, damn, man, why did I do that? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Why am I doing this to myself? I know this joker just left that other person's house. And yet, I'm trying to justify why I'm with this person. You know?
So,
yeah, man.
So I mean, I put it out there, man. Cats hit me up with all kind of questions, man. I mean, I put it on my group checks with my homies, everybody. Because I put it out in my a couple of group checks I got. And they were like, "Oh, this dude on point." They was like, "This a brother right here too." It's like,
hey man.
So this one was actually a pretty good one. One of my friends, I'm not gonna put your name out there, G. But he says, "What do you think about when I've been reading about the discard, and after the discard, and they totally leaving you alone and acting like you don't exist? Why does that happen if you really didn't do anything to do them wrong?"
They discard you that way to put you in as much pain as they possibly can. The reason that they want you in as much pain as they can put you in is because that is how narcissists control you. They control you with pain. Okay? If you've ever had a toothache before, a cavity, and one of them back teeth,
yes, sir. God. When I was a kid, that's for sure. I remember that.
That joker had you in the bed like you just doing anything you can do, not moving, trying to breathe softly just so this thing will stop throbbing. So we're conditioned to not want any pain. So that's our biggest fear. And the narcissist is using that fear of pain against you. And if they can hurt you bad enough, they will make your knees buckle to the point where you will submit, where she can roll out, do what she doing. You sitting in the house, crushed, be hitting her phone 200,000 times. But when main man get finished with her, send her back home. You know, you just
saying
so
she for the
glad she
streets. You
came
saying what
home.
the young folks say, she for the streets.
Man, there it is. You just happy to see she came home.
Yeah.
And see, she wants you in a position where she can do what she want to do, or he can do what he wants to do without you questioning them.
And that was in my backup question with this. Could that also be in a narc situation where they cut you off? Like, is when you expose them for lying or whatever it may be, and then they're like, I'm just going, like, they don't want to even deal with the fact that you figuring like that you own to them.
Well, that's usually by the time you get to the place where you confront them about their abusive behavior, they saw it a long time ago. They saw it when you started questioning little things like, damn, it took you a long time to go to the store, babe. Okay. You in the bathroom a long damn time with your phone? Good, great, 2 hours?
Right.
So they saw it way back when, because see, you got to understand, the narc has done this to everybody before you. This is nothing new to them. They know the stages. They know when they got to start. Okay, I got to grab something new, because this joke in about another 2 to 3 months going to be asking questions and demanding answers.
And I don't want to answer them.
They know how the story ends. Eventually, they're going to cut you off. So what does the narc have to do? They can't just be out here without supply. No, so they got to already have things lined up. And most of the time, they just circle back around to the person they were with before you, or the person before them. You know, they got their desperation picks.
Desperation.
And they'll go out there on a mission and just grab anything if necessary. That's why when you see him with somebody else, you like, what in the hell? How did you end up with that?
Hey, you ain't lying right there. You ain't lying.
Oh yeah.
You be like, man, he ain't even fly. I can give him props if he ain't even fly.
Like, come on, you cut me off for that? Woo,
like, oh well, that's my thing is like, well, good riddance.
Or a little tink. Yeah, right.
And then on top of it, I don't even know. This is just even more funny inside baseball. Do you look at the person? This is back in the day. Do you look at the person and be like, "Damn, they don't even know what they ain't prepared for this."
We be so trying to figure stuff out, and we want to tell the other person.
Nah.
And see, that's what women do a lot of times. Women do that
a lot.
But
I mean, I think that's more of a man code, because that's more of a man code, because it's like, you don't know what that's
exactly.
There may be some physical aggression that happened. That's because anytime you confront a man in general, you don't know what it can be combative. You don't know what it is the other person owns. So it's just not to say nothing.
Hey, bro. Hey, man. At the end of the day, I mean, if they call you, I wouldn't say not tell them. Because at the end of the day, if they bold enough, well, a lot of times they already know who you are. Because the narc is going to tell them about you.
Yeah.
Tell them how
dive into that a little bit, like,
unhappy.
Because I've noticed that where people are like, man, yeah, but the old girl was telling me so much about her old dude. And I was like, then I'm watching stuff and I'm like, dang, they preparing, they basically try to make you one up the other person, right?
That's how they control. They're going to tell you all of these things about the other person. They're controlling, and it's always the same stuff. They trying to control me, and and they so obsessed, and man, I just can't deal with
that's the big
it.
one right there. So obsessed. That's the big
one. My goodness, man, it's the same thing. But see, then the part that we don't see is that they bragging about you too. Oh nah,
Oh,
she a
you're
beast.
right.
Oh,
You're
she a
right.
beast in the kitchen though. Now, don't get it twisted. And she had money. She was getting money,
I mean, she
and
was
and,
breaking
and
me off
he,
$500 every week, or
hey,
whatever.
and he kept my tank full, and my car was wide. I ain't never had to worry about none of that because they're not gonna get the new supply and bring them in and think that they just not gonna do everything that the narc want them to do. It's still game. It's still all about game.
Mm.
Yeah, they running game the whole time.
It's the hot and cold basically, right? It's like kind of with a faucet like going back and forth like this, where it's like boom, 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 to get your hands nice in the middle, where it's like, oh, this is
There you
comfortable.
go. There you go. There you go. They gotta keep you like that because again, it's all about when you was dealing with one of them, their focus is maintaining control of everything. That's it. It's all about maintaining control of everything. If they don't have control, then the narc is like, whoa, 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 what am I doing in this? I'm not in control. Where they do that at?
Mm.
You know? And they run into situations like that, like when they run into another narcissist, then yeah.
Oh, that's got to be super volatile, right?
Well, I mean, they get what they get. As far as I'm concerned, they get what they get. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They get what they get. So, all right. So, like 3 things that you would see, like someone could see, like, yo, this is I'm in a narcoleptic relationship. This off the top that you'd be like, these are 3 quick things that you would be able to see, and for someone to know that maybe thinking about it or trying to understand it, something. What was 3 things?
Man, if you listening to one, the first thing is if you listening to one of these conversations, okay,
you're already there.
And you were already there.
That's real.
I like to make it simple for you.
That's
you know
real.
what I'm saying? If this conversation interests you, you're probably in one of these type of relationships. There it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we
it's like going to a brewery. You already like beer. You already here. So we just gonna go ahead and serve you the beer. We gonna find out what beer you like.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. It's so many different people trying to make it seem like it's not what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that.
I love it.
I like to be the one to tear all them destructive relationships apart because I already know if you're in one, you're trying to get out, man. I was in one for 25 years, bro. I was like, I want out. I'm trying to get out, and I didn't know how to get out.
So were you married the whole 25 years?
I was married 24 of those drinks. Yeah, man.
So you did 1 year in the workhouse,
man,
and then you did 24. Then you did 24 in the joint.
You remember them old school jail movies when they was out there on out in the field, busting rocks in half?
Yeah, like on like in Life, like the way they look they be in Life.
On the chain gang. That's what I was doing.
You was doing old school time.
Hard time. But yeah, if this is resonating with you, yeah, you in one of these. If you are dealing with somebody and you know this person is treating you, if you know they mistreating you. See, this is what I try to get people to understand. Somebody that cares about you, when you care about somebody, it's very difficult to do them wrong. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult. Now I'm saying this. Some people a lot of people think because people cheat, that makes them a narcissist. And that's not what narcissism is about.
You could be a narcissist, not cheat.
Some don't. That's what I've heard. I haven't actually talked to somebody who said their narc wasn't cheating, but I've heard some don't. Because it's really not, the sex part with a narcissist isn't about gratification to the narc. It's more the gratification they get out of it is controlling the other person and doing something that they know is hurting you. They're not doing it for the sex. They're doing it for the effect. That's this gonna crush you when you find this out.
So do they want you to find out though, or do they not want you to find out?
They don't want you to find out because they also take pleasure in controlling other people. So usually that's how they control other people. And they get all that gratification. It's like, when they're meeting somebody else, somebody's all, over, just feeling some type of way about them. So
all over the top, all on their Instagram page.
all of that, when somebody giving them all that attention, all that extra, that's what they get out of it. They get that out. They get all that praise and feeling gaudy, that's what they get out of sex. It's not they're not in it for the sex, man. Like it was like on that scene of in New Jack City when my man G Money said, man, they didn't come back for the cocaine.
They came back for the bass.
Yeah, so they not in it for the same thing you in it for. It's all about control. And that's how they control other people. They control other people through intimacy.
And it's interesting because I guess when you look into the medical definition, most of it is applied to men for being a narc, or being narcissist is more applied to men. Ooh. But I know that's untrue.
Hey, bro, the biggest channels on YouTube are men. Okay, the biggest channels on YouTube. The biggest followings on YouTube are men. Men that are talking about women. Okay?
So you know how many other people are looking that up.
Hey, man. They looking at us like, yeah, we do, because we do the same things. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
But at the same time, the woman, the woman just has more power sexually anyway, because she may not be able to grab whoever she wants to be intimate with, but she can grab somebody.
Right.
She's going to hit a taper.
Yeah. Somebody's going to take the alley-oop.
There you go. And they use that. So, men, don't get me wrong, now the way it's out here right now, we pretty much grab what we want to. Yeah. You can jump on Instagram and do what you got to do. Just keep on throwing shooting shots until somebody holler. Just copy and paste.
Somebody's
gonna say, hey, there it is, man. Somebody's gonna say, hey, what's going on? I'm with you too. But usually when you talk about like a covert, somebody undercover, a covert, that's that one that you're saying, nah, I ain't even believing that about her, or I ain't even believing that about him. He quiet, good dude, laid back.
Those are the worst ones. They said that's the worst ones.
You get that joker behind closed doors and they saying stuff you ain't never even dreamed about him. You're like, hold up. And yeah, those are the ones who are going to push you into a situation where, and they're so toxic that when they get you behind those closed doors, they hitting you with something that's so toxic you've never experienced. They hitting you with a level you've never experienced it. So when you see it, you question yourself like, it's no way that I just saw. It's no way I just saw what I saw, that I just dealt with what I dealt with. It's no way.
But that could be for overt too, right?
Overt, nah, that's the one that you already, this person ain't, you know what they about. Just Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? They out in the open with it, like he doing right now. Look, I won the presidency.
Yeah.
Bump with the scores saying, I won. That's overt. That's overt right there. And you got dudes out here that's like that. You got women out here that's like that. Yes. Man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, these jokers out here, right? And the thing is, man, the sad part about this is that real talk, there aren't, man, this is in every house out here in the world, man.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that it's a thing that, is it more of them because of, the way we are in society, or has it always been like this? It's just that we just didn't know and able to really communicate that and be able to say like, these are the traits.
There you go. See, before now, we've never really put our finger on these jokers like we doing right now. See, we calling them narcissists. I call them devils. I say, man, I can call it what you want. I'm calling it the devil. This is what it is. Because before now, we were just the generation before us, they were just like, man, they act crazy and blah blah and this and that, and none of us caught that. None of us caught that. And then you got a lot of people in their houses, they just suffer in silence. You know what I'm saying? They just like, okay, I ain't gonna tell everybody my business, and you know, that's just too much. I can't do this, and I don't want to look all crazy. But see, we live in a society now where people are talking. People are letting it out. People are like, hold up, man. This ain't what I bargained for. And my biggest thing, the thing that really drove me into this was I saw how easy it is to lose 25 years of your life. Wasted. Wasted. These jokers will take your good years, and at the end, you get nothing but dirt. You get nothing but dirt, dissatisfaction, you pissed, you mad. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of people are. You think that, okay, I'm going to just stick this out. I'm going to just stick it out. I'm going to stick with it. You know, it's blah, blah, blah. Ain't nothing I can do about it. We getting older. I'm going to go ahead and just roll with it. And these
maybe she died before me and I can get this insurance money. You know?
Man, and that's what it turns into.
Hey, but you know what? No. I'm laughing because I think about all those like snaps, those, you know, the Fatal Attraction that comes on TV One, all that. And you be like, yo, that person if you look into it, you read it, you're like, oh, they were a narcissist. They was hoping this person was dying for they can have everything and be able to redo this shit all over again.
Bruh, if you look at, I think the last 4 or 5 of Tyler Perry's movies, all of them were about narcissists, man.
So that is being more exposed. That is being more exposed, basically.
Man, it's being completely, totally exposed. And the thing is, man, that's why they make movies about it. Because it's real. Because people are suffering behind closed doors. People are literally going through hell in a place where a lot of people kill themselves because they just get depressed to the point where they just give up. They're like, man, ain't no way I'm gonna get out of this. This person ain't gonna leave me alone, and they're not gonna treat me right, and it's just not gonna get better. And that's how a narcissist wants you to think, that it's not gonna get better. You might as well just kill yourself.
So how do you so the narcissists, do they always come back, and what do you do to prevent them from coming back?
Yes, they always come back. Okay? They always come back. The only thing that I have found that keeps the narc away is when you do the work. When you do the work and on yourself, when you develop a loving relationship with yourself and you start to advance your life, when you start to take your life and promote it and push it in a positive direction, a narcissist, they hate that. They hate when they see you excelling. And they're going to try to come back initially, but when they see you getting stronger and stronger and stronger, they're going to just leave you alone because they know the stronger you get, the less likely you are to take them back, to give them another chance. They already know. Now, if they can catch you, because they're going to follow your social media, because they're always going to temperature check you to see when you're at a low time in your life. They are. They're going to see, okay, oh, you're going through something. Oh, yeah. They're watching your posts. Yeah, they're watching your posts. They're watching to see, you know, when you make that post about, you know, oh, man, all these women out here the same, or all these dudes out here, they the same. Or when you start making posts like that, that narc is right there. Oh, okay. Time for me to jump back in.
It's like when a player in basketball, they talk about the temperature shot. I was just trying to see if y'all was gonna be able to let me get this 3 off. I was just trying to see if it was going.
And it's just like that. It is. It's just like that. Now, if you can keep your head together long enough to get beyond all that, then generally you're only going to see them pop up in places, you know, and you just be like, wow, that was weird. You know, what are you doing in the same place that I'm at this many years later? I remember one night I was doing a show, this one lady talked about she had dealt with a narcissist and gotten married. She said this might have been when she was 20, and she got married at 50. And this fool was at her wedding.
Hold on, what?
I was like, why?
Like he just showed up?
Dude just showed up. He had been watching her because they watch you. They're waiting. They feel ownership of you. They truly feel like they own you. Like you don't have the right to move forward in your life. Yes. And they feel like because of whatever the situation was, they look at you like you're a good person. And as long as they're not around you, at some point you're going to forgive them again. Like you've been doing the whole time you was with them. You're going to forgive them. And then, hey, when you see them, hey, how you doing? Everything's cordial. And before you know it, y'all talking again. Hey, we're back at it. That's all they want. If I can get you back again, I promise you I'm going to torture you much worse than I did last time.
Ooh. So
Yeah.
So it they say the levels. It's like Dante's Inferno, where basically every level of hell gets worse every time you keep going up.
Bro, every time you take them back, I guarantee you it's going to be worse than the last time. They don't come back because they care. They don't come back because they wanted to get better. They don't come back because they want a relationship with you. They don't. And this is the thing. This is how you know. See, with a narc, you're not going to be able to have a conversation about anything in depth. Everything is going to stay on the surface. You might, if you have a situation, you in a relationship with a narc and they telling you they love you, ask them, define love for me, baby. Define that. Because, see, a narcissist is not going to define love in a way you thinking. Simply because they know, now that I done said I love you, now I got to show you if I define it the way you want to hear it. So they're going to just throw something at you, like they're going to try to change the subject. Most of the time, they're going to say something like, oh, my goodness, here you go with that. Why can't you just say I love you? Why you can't just accept it? No, I ain't saying I can't accept it, baby. I love you too, but can you define what that means? See, they not.
Is there a recovery program for narcissists? Like, is there a rehab or a situation where they can get off that narcotic?
Man, this is the thing. They're drug addicts too, man. They love what they're doing to us. Yeah, they love it when they see that they control you, when they see they got you in turmoil, when they see they got you walking on eggshells and you pulling your hair out and you doing everything you can do because you afraid of the penalty that you know is coming. Yeah, man, that's a high to them, bro. They not changing that up. Nah.
So you saying after you become a narcissist, it's over. Like there's no turning back.
Nah, man, they not changing back. I mean, do we have anybody that want to stand up and volunteer and show us that they used to be this kind of person and now they're not? I'd like to see it.
And then one of my homeboys, he said, but that's a con too, though. The fact that they'll say like, man, I'm changing up. He said that's a con too. That's a part of like, it's like, he says like the preacher hustle. Like, I changed my life over, I did this. I gave my life to God, and then I'm flipping it up.
now you see why they talk about all them preachers and them pimps in the pulpit. Yeah, you get down there and start talking in front of that church. Yeah, bro, you listen. Yeah, you might, you want to change it up so that, you can feel a certain way about yourself and this and that. But see, a narc cannot stay consistently good. They can do some good things. but they cannot maintain consistency with it. They cannot do that. Yeah, they can do a good deed just like you can do a bad deed. An empath can do a bad deed, but you cannot stay consistently bad. A narcissist cannot stay consistently good.
Because break down the term empath for people that may not know. You know, you brought that up. I mean, I was going to bring that up as one question.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I like to define the narc as a devil. I like to define the empath as an angel.
Okay.
Somebody who is empathetic, somebody who is caring, somebody who is trustworthy, someone who has integrity, someone who has values, someone that brings value to a situation, to a relationship, someone who wants family, who wants the good things to happen for everybody. Someone who's not walking around here jealous and hating on everybody. Yeah, man, that's the empath.
That's the empath. Okay, yeah, because I know people be like, man, what's an empath, man? I this ain't Star Trek or nothing. I don't know. I ain't got no, no the way to see the future and nothing like that.
There you go.
So do you think what's your next steps, man? I know I've been seeing that you was writing a book. Like, what's next for you?
Man, so I'm working on the book. And I'm also about to start
I'm telling you, the Narcissist Whisperer, man. I already gave you the title, man. The Narcissist Whisperer.
Hey, man, I got something.
That was for free. That was for free, bro. That's for free.
I'm trying to tell you. When you see the title of this book.
Oh, you already got some gangster already going.
Bro, listen. This one gonna knock you on the floor when you see the title of this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm holding it back.
Yeah, no, I ain't mad at you. Hold it.
Man, when this one come out, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. But also, I'm working on another series, another YouTube series, man. I'm working on a skit drama.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah. So all the stuff that I'm talking about on there,
you finna put it in live action.
You about to see it in live action. Yes, sir.
Oh, you did 24 years in jail. This is gonna be like this is gonna be like Oz, but on the street,
bro. Just like it. Just like
what's the show in 50 that came out where the brother got locked up? Was it Life or whatever? The one that just came out with the 50 Cent on Fox that 50 Cent produces with the brother go to jail and he a lawyer. It's only season 2 that's dropped. I think it's Afterlife or something. It's got the dude from if you ever seen Top Boy. You ever seen Top Boy, the TV series in Britain? It's like The Wire, but in Britain.
No, I ain't.
You gotta peep that. Oh, that's what, if you into TV shows, man, if you're into The Wire, it's the British version of Wire. Basically, it's all black people, but it's British.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. And there's a lot of us over there. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was in London last year, man, and I'm talking about you wouldn't. They look just like us until they talk. And that's the only reason you wouldn't know. They look like anybody.
I did not know that it's just like it is over here.
Man, I went to the club, man. I had to send you some pictures. If I just sent you just the picture of the line, you'd be like, oh, you was in New York. No, I was in London.
So I was supposed to be in London. I had a TV interview in London next week.
Oh,
but because of COVID, man, I can't go over there right now.
Yeah, because they locking things up in
they locked down over there right now.
They locked down again.
Yeah, they locked down over there. So, I mean, sometime as soon as they open it up, though.
Yeah, you got to get over there, man. Oh, no. You going to have a ball, man. You're going to have a ball.
That's what everybody telling me, man. They like, man, it is
Look,
so
I will say this, though. You're not going to eat well. I think the food is horrible over there.
Yeah.
I was eating to live, not to for good taste. It was like, man, I got to eat. I can't be drinking this beer all day, hanging out. I got to eat. The taste is just very bland.
Oh,
you gotta think about it. It's not really seasoned well. It's just very bland.
Yeah, that's how it is over here. We used to have salt and pepper and everything. Even cake.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's real bland, man. Like you can, even a steak isn't even seasoned well. I'm talking about I tried everything you could try except for ethnic foods. Like if you go get Mexican or Lebanese food or something that's literally that. If you just get something that's a general English dish, it's gonna suck. You better go to a Mexican spot, Jamaican spot, Usain Bolt got a dope restaurant. It's called Fast Tracks, and it's a
Usain Bolt got a restaurant over there
in London, and yeah, in North London. And it's dope. So it's in the kind of in the hood a little bit. You think you'd be like, dang, you walk in, it's a super dope spot. They got a Jamaican restaurant to the right, like a club bar thing to the left, and they spinning jams. You come right in, they got your SWV popping, all your old schools. I mean, and while you eating, and it's people dancing this, and it's Usain Bolt spot called Fast Tracks.
Man, I'm definitely gonna check that out, man.
Yeah, man. London, you go. You're thinking London, man. People in London respect a lot of stuff, man. I've had some great conversations with random people over there, man. Like, and I keep up with them and met them.
Yes.
London people would show love, man. They show love over there, man.
Yeah. And actually, I've developed a nice following in London. I've done about 4 different podcasts, 2 different radio interviews. And I can't wait to get over there because, like I said, they got a TV interview for me too, man. I'm like, hey, this might be home number 2. Man.
Hey, look, it's not that bad of a flight, man. It's I think like 7-8 hours from New York, so it ain't that bad.
Right. Yeah.
You just don't go to sleep and just sleep on that bad boy all the way over there.
Hey, man. Well, I plan on staying over there for about a week because I've never been to London before, so
yeah, you gotta stay there more than a few days. Yeah, you gotta stay.
Exactly. So I'm gonna jump out there, man, and see. I want to see Paris. I want to see some Italy. So but yeah, man, and this thing is really big over there.
Yeah. So how is it different internationally with it towards the U.S. based? Like, how is it?
Man, you know what? The craziest thing that I've learned about this, as it compares countries, is that the U.S. isn't as bad as other countries. And ain't that crazy?
Really? We not
the U.S.
worse than something?
Bruh, no, sir.
Why
because see, in other places, you just have different cultures. You got cultures out here in different countries where especially women don't have the same voice that they have here.
So it's just free for all.
Man, it's a free fall for some women, for some men in different countries. They can treat a woman like anything, like dirt, man. And she kind of got to take that. Yeah, man, it is off the, man, I talk to people from all over the world, and I mean, I don't want to put anybody's country on blast for being the worst. You know what I'm saying? Because they get the
got some ideas. I got some ideas from my international travels that of where this area could be at.
but what I'm saying is that you got some countries out here, man, that literally these guys can do anything to a woman, and I mean, and get away with it. And I mean, stories of being married, and you think I remember talking to one person, man. She thought she was getting married to this guy. On her wedding day, this guy was marrying somebody else, and he sent his mother to tell her mother to tell her. So,
in the U.S., somebody would have got shot. I'm just saying that, like, over
somebody
here,
doing a drive-by. Yeah. Somebody doing a drive-by. You ain't doing that over here.
At that wedding, too. At that
wedding, that woman, you getting some visits at that wedding. ain't no woman over here gonna let that go. No, sir. No, sir. She gonna be standing right there beside the other bride, like, hold it.
I better be going international for life. Like, better be getting on the flight, moving to the Bahamas. Like I'm extraditing myself. Like, I'm just going to extradite myself.
There you go. There you go, man. This thing out here it's just completely different in other countries, man. So, as it relates to us over here, over here is where we have more men here, and in London. That's where I get the most men that follow me
Because it's the two countries that have the most freedom for everybody too.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean it's the two of the countries that have the. I was like, probably next is France for you. Set up in France.
There you go.
Australia's probably next up there.
There you go.
I can name all the countries for you. Germany's probably right after that.
Hey, bro.
Germany's probably coming right in right after that.
Just that order. Just that order, man. Nova Scotia.
Yep, I was gonna say Canada's probably right after the U.S. I mean, I kind of feel that is all the same thing. North America is all the same.
Yeah.
So what is it like, man? So what is a couple of misconceptions people have about narcissists?
Misconceptions?
Yeah, like
I would say
like,
the
misconception. He's a narcissist, or they don't notice something about someone and they are narcissists, or either way.
Well, the only misconceptions that I kind of really focus on are thinking that this person can change. Yeah, thinking that this person can change, or thinking that at some point they will change. That is a grave misconception. Another one is, I think that another misconception that people have, and mostly women, I would say, is that a cheater makes the person a narcissist. And that's why most of my calls, when I'm coaching people, one of the first things I ask them most of the time is, why do you think that the person you're dealing with is a narcissist? Because I want you to prove that we talk about a narcissist first before we even get into all that.
Real, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they start out, well, we were best friends, and I'm like, whoa, stop right there. Because people who deal with narcissists don't use that language. You don't even use that language when you're talking about this monster.
Oh, because you've already been through the fire with them. It's just you've already been through some crazy stuff with them. You don't even look at them as a friend at all.
You're not even gonna say that word when you're defining that thing. No. Friendship is not.
It's not on the table. So is there levels of narcissism where it's like, you had a little bit mid-tone and then hell?
Nah.
It's only hell. There's only one destination. It's only hell.
No, they got one speed. They got one gear. Okay.
Oh dang! So it ain't no other stops. It ain't no other stops no other off ramps.
No, sir.
When you get on that train, it's only going to hell. It's not like
Bruh,
purgatory.
The train got one stop. Next stop, hell.
Ain't no purgatory. No.
None of that. None of that, bruh. It's one. You going to one place,
and that's the big differentiation for you with someone that was that's broke your trust, and a narcissist is by the idea if they haven't been to hell, basically.
There you go. Somebody who has put you in hell. Somebody who's lying to you, cheating on you, stealing from you, manipulating you. You're usually going to get all four of those. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to God, love, trust. When you're in a relationship with somebody, if you don't have one of those three, God, love, trust, then you do not love that person. You cannot love somebody you don't trust. Okay? Even though we think we do, all the time we think, nah, I know I love him. Or I love her. No, you don't.
Trust him.
You don't trust him. You don't love him. You cannot love somebody that you don't trust.
And man, as we wrap up, man, one of the things that I love that you said, you was like, count it as a blessing when they discard you or when it's over. That's God. You know what I'm saying? Like, and one of my other homeboys said, man, God don't make no mistakes. He always say when we was in college, man, this even before, Outkast said, he's like, yo, man, God don't make no mistakes, bro. That's just whatever it is, he don't make no mistakes. You whatever he put you through that is whatever, you know what I'm saying? He saved you from something.
Well, I look at it from this angle. When you went through this was a higher calling. This was your calling to self. This was you were deficient in self-love, You were not keeping up with self-love. You making everybody else your priority, and you're not loving on you. And therefore, something was brought into your life to abuse you until you got to a place where now you don't have a choice. Now you gotta make a friendship, a relationship with you. Yeah.
Man, let everybody know where can they hit you up at, man. All your socials, your YouTube page,
great.
all that stuff.
Well, you know, you go on YouTube and just type that name in.
Hey, look, it pop right up, people. It ain't that hard.
Right up for you.
As the great Beanie Siegel said, it ain't hard to find.
Hey, man, it ain't hard to find. If you can remember the name, there you got to look up Narcissism. One of my videos is gonna pop up in there on YouTube. You're gonna see me, you know, but also you can see me on Facebook. And I think I'm gonna release the skit drama on Facebook and Instagram. It's gonna be on all three, but I think I'm gonna really try to push it towards those two channels.
Okay. So because you're gonna separate the platform, you want that to kind of stay just for the the non-fictional content instead of trying to mix up the content.
There you go. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but so what's your Instagram, Facebook too, so they can check you out on there?
Oh yeah. Hario Ovadatop, man. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
Hey, one of my homeboys is like, man, he trying to be like Hario that helped start the Death Row. I was like, I don't think so.
You know what? One of my buddies gave me that name this might have been about 35 years ago. No, about 30 years ago, man. And I don't know if he knew Hario from out West Coast, but it just stuck with me.
It stuck.
That's what everybody called me, man. So that's what we ran. That's what we running with.
Well, man, thank you, man. I appreciate this time, man. I know people we might have to have you back on next quarter, man, or something.
Yes, indeed.
And people come in with some questions, man. Some more questions. Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, man. I know they're gonna be coming back with 100,000 of them.
Oh yeah, I already know. A lot of my people's like, hey, man, you need to edit that up tonight and go ahead. Put that out for the streets.
Hey, you gotta get that on the streets, man.
You gotta feed the streets, man. You gotta feed the streets, man. But thank you, though, brother. I appreciate it, man. And I
appreciate you, man.
Bro.
Yes, indeed, man. We got to do this again, man.
All right, man. Have a good one, man.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro. Have a good one, all right?
All right.